What's going on, everyone? Thank you for checking out today's video. We are back here in the garage with the Z06. Got a little fun one today. Going to do a little bit of a modification to this car. It's already pretty modified from the performance aspect, but today we're going to be doing a little lighting modification. And thank you to those who checked out my last video. I really do appreciate it. Thanks to all of you who subscribed. I've been posting some shorts and of course the last video, so thank you very much, and I hope you guys stick around and just enjoy the content. All right, so like I said, we're going to be doing some lighting modifications today. More specifically to the rear taillights, but as you can see, I have a bunch of crap in the way, so I'm gonna move this thing over a little bit, give us some more room to work in the middle, and then we'll get started. All right, so let's get to it. As you see here, I have factory taillights just with a little bit of a smoke kind of covering on it there, a little bit of tint there. Just goes really well with the car. But in any event, the stock taillights are very plain. Obviously, they're flat. They're a single halogen bulb right in the middle, no LEDs, anything like that. So a little bit dated, but at the same time, I wasn't trying to spend $400, $500, $600 on actual replacement taillights. So what we have here is some cheap eBay taillights. We're gonna give a shot, see if they work. They were $90. I think they were offering like a little coupon, 90 bucks. And this is what we get. So let's see how they look. So they're not completely flat. They kind of have like a dish look in there, but they are completely smoked. So they will match the car very, very well. So as far as wiring, you have this piece that will plug right into the bulb socket. And then you have kind of like this resistor here to help, since these are LEDs. If you didn't have these, they would hyper flash. So got all the wiring here, and yeah, so let's get started. We'll take these out, put these guys in, see if they're worth it, see how they work, and see if we like them. So the C6 taillights are literally the easiest taillights, I think, on any car to remove. You just need a T15. So once that screws out, they literally just come out of the car. There's little tabs on the bottom where it sits in the bumper. But yeah, that's it, then they're out. So since we need this whole socket here, we'll just turn it and disconnect from the taillight. Take this bulb out because the new connector goes right in here. So if we take a look at these two lights side by side before we install them, you'll notice some definite differences and, in my opinion, some defects. So this is the OEM housing, and you'll see here are the two tabs which help hold into the bumper on the bottom there. The aftermarket light does not have any. It has the little ridges where I guess they would be, but they're non-existent, obviously, so we'll see how that fits in there. Another problem is this resistor is kind of just hanging out, and it comes out of the hole where the bulb would go, and that'd be fine. You plug this in, shove it in, and put the socket in, but you still have these hanging here. So I could, if I wanted to, enlarge this hole a little bit, go in here and feed it, you know, disconnect it at this connector, feed it through, but the reason I won't be doing that is because these grooves here, where the bulb socket sits and turns into, these little ones here are smaller in size than these. I did already actually try it. The bulb socket will not go in there and turn. So for now, we'll just plug this in, kind of leaving everything hanging there, maybe zip tie it up somewhere. But yeah, so that's two problems I see there right off the bat. And we'll see how they fit once we get it in the bumper here. All right, so we're gonna plug the first one in. Usually with LEDs, they can go both ways, but they only work one way. So we'll just kind of leave this loosely out here, just tuck it in and see how it works in case we have to change it around. We got one sitting in here, let's do the other one. All right, we got our second one going in. Again, just gonna put it in loosely in case we gotta swap that connector. All right, so let's turn them on and see how they look. All right, so we have the left side on there. You can see the difference compared to the right side. Love that kind of like halo. I know it's not a complete single line halo, but I like that it's kind of got that ring as compared to everything that's kind of all fully lit up on the factory taillights there. And let's throw the hazards on and see how they compare with how they blink. All right, hopefully that's coming through on camera. Again, you have that ring that blinks on the new ones, whereas the whole taillight blinks on the old ones. I really like the way that these look. So yeah, let's get the other side done and see how it looks all together. right, so we got the new taillights fully installed. This is with them off. Not too different from OEM. The only difference really is that they're a little bit concave there in the middle. Gives a little bit of a three-dimensional look compared to the flat OEM ones. So now that these are in here, you can see one of the flaws of this design of these cheap ones is there's a lot of movement on the bottom because those tabs are missing like I showed you before. The inners for some reason don't move that much, but these outer ones, they move quite a bit. So I got an idea to kind of keep these steady a little bit. So let's pop this out and I'll show you what I came up with. So what I did is I went to Lowe's. You can get this Lowe's or Home Depot, and just got some little weather stripping here. This is the size. It basically just comes in a roll here. So what I think I'm gonna do is cut off a little section here and then stick it on the bottom. It's not really, you know, makeshift tabs per se, but when I put it in the bumper, at least then it can have something to sit on, tighten it with a screw from the top, and then hopefully keep it from wiggling back and forth. All right, so as you see, I just stuck it on the bottom there, a little bit in from the lens there. So hopefully once we get this in, it'll compress, you won't even see it. So let's throw it in, see if it made any difference, and see if this idea works or if it doesn't. All right, got the light back in the bumper. It is nice and sturdy now. So it looks like that idea worked. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply it on the other ones and get this project finished up. All right, so there you have it. The lights are on. Again, that's how they look, not blinking, just with the running lights on. They look great compared to the OEM ones. Again, I love that ring. Just gives it a little bit more of a modern look to the car, and I think they look awesome. And here it is with the hazards on. This is how they blink. Again, that outside ring is the only part with the LEDs that blinks, nothing on the inside. Definitely like that look a lot better. All right, guys, so there you have it. Super easy install. This is a great beginner modification if you have this car. Again, 4 little screws, pull out the taillights, swap the new ones in, and you're pretty much done. As I showed you, I know these, you know, you have to do a little modification, I guess, if you will, just to get them to fit a little bit better. But overall, for a $90 shipped to your door, you really can't complain. The only question I'll have is how long they're gonna last. I know some of these cheap lights don't last as long, but in any event, for 90 bucks, I'll take my chances. You know, similar ones that are, you know, Morimoto's, for example, are like $500-600 bucks. And even though I don't cheap out on my car, obviously I have more money under the hood than I can count. When it comes to these simple mods that don't really, you know, can't affect anything in a negative way, you know, I'll try the cheaper ones first, see how they do. You know, with the money I'm saving on taillights, I could put a shifter in this car, and that's kind of what I would rather do. So it's definitely personal preference. Would I recommend these? For now, I would say yes. Again, we'll see how they hold up, see how they last, but definitely a good cheap modification that I would recommend. And yeah, like I said, they look really good. We'll see how they look at night, but it's definitely something I would recommend. So thanks for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, please consider doing so. I really do appreciate the support. Again, we had a little bit of a fun one today. Instead of just you know, a bunch of talking, did a little bit of modification. So thanks for checking it out. I hope everyone continues to stick around, see what's going on. I do appreciate everyone's support. I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their day, and I will see you next time.